everybody, and welcome to another edition of On the Money with the Certified Financial Group right here on News 96.5 WDBO. It's all a part of our Ask the Experts weekend. We have the Oracle of Orlando, Joe Burt, alongside Denise Kovac here with us this morning. Good morning.
Hey,
Good morning,
good
Kyle.
morning.
How are you guys today?
Great.
Cool. Other than that, yeah, we're
Denise, did you ride your motorcycle in, or was it too cold today?
It's in the shop. I'm going to go get it after the show.
Yes. Okay. Well, this afternoon should be perfect.
I know.
Because tomorrow it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow.
Dang
Oh.
it.
I know, it's terrible. Well, Joe, what can the audience call you about today?
Well, Denise and I are here today to talk about Denise's motorcycle.
What about
Oh,
my
all right.
motorcycle?
Well, we can
Why
do
is it in
that.
the
Yeah.
shop? Why is it in the shop?
Getting new handlebars.
New handlebar.
Oh.
And a
New
new
ones.
clutch lever.
New clutch lever.
Ooh, yeah.
Got to have those things.
I got it. All right. Well, here, besides Denise's motorcycle, we're here to talk about your personal finances. What might be on your mind regarding decisions you have to make about your 401k, about your IRA, about some real estate, about long-term health care, about an annuity, about life insurance, about our reverse mortgages, all that stuff, things we go through life, trying some of this, trying some of that, wake up when we're 55 years old and find out we might have a collection of financial accidents waiting there. So we are your financial body shop. We are live. We are the only Central Florida financial call-in show that's hosted exclusively by certified financial planners. This is not a one-hour infomercial. We're here to help you. And Denise and I and the 10 other certified financial planners at Certified Financial Group do planning for a fee, week in and day out, week in and week out, year in and year out. But on Saturday mornings, we are here absolutely free. So if you have any questions regarding your personal finances, anything that I touched on or anything that it's on your mind, the good news for you is you can dial right in. You don't even have to use your real name. And I guarantee you, if you're thinking about it, there's probably 25 other folks out there that want the answer to the same question. So don't be bashful. Pick up the phone and dial these magic numbers.
844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. We also have the text machine up and running as well at 21232. That is 21232. Just keep it to about 160 questions. That's 160 characters. That's all we can see on our screen. We'll take 160 questions. That's fine. It's just characters because that's all we can see. After that, the message gets cut off. We don't want your message to get lost. So if it's something a little bit more than just a quick 401k question, that's what the phone number's for, 844-220-0965. Well, it is coming to the end of the year, if you could believe it. There's only a few weekends left. It is December 8th, 2018. And Denise Kovac is here with the topic of today, your required minimum distribution. Don't blow it.
And I mean, don't blow it. Required minimum distributions, we also call them RMDs. They are annual withdrawals that people must start taking from their tax-deferred retirement accounts. A penalty of 50% of the amount you should have taken out, and that can be quite expensive.
Yowza.
How is that?
Yowza.
Oh, I thought you said, how is that?
No,
And I
no,
was
how-
going to elaborate.
Yowza. 50%. Okay.
So basically, while you're required to begin taking RMDs when you turn 70 and a half, you actually can defer taking the first one until April the 1st of the following year. However, if you do this, you're going to be taking 2 RMDs in 1 year, which could pop you into a higher tax bracket. So typically, Joe, don't we recommend splitting them up, taking one?
Sure.
year
It all
you turn?
depends on what your income is and the year you turn 70 and a half and what it's projected to be. In some cases, you might be working for a good part of that year, so it might make sense to defer it into the next year.
That's true,
And
too.
depending on what your amount is, that's why we do planning, right, Denise?
Absolutely. But let's go further on. Your RMD is going to be based on the value of all of your retirement accounts as of December 31st of the previous year. So if you have more than one IRA, you're going to have to calculate the RMD for each IRA separately, but you can aggregate your RMD amounts for all of your IRAs and withdraw the total from just one, or if you want to take a piece from another and whatever, as long as you make up that difference, right?
Right.
But on the other hand, what about qualified plans like a defined contribution, 401k, 457? They're a little bit different. So if you have those hanging out, you've got to take those mandatory distributions separately. If you have 2, maybe a former employer 401k, each of those accounts must have the mandatory distribution distributed from the respective accounts. But on the other hand, if you have 2 403bs, you can do an aggregate with them.
How about that?
Yeah. The rules are kind of crazy. But I want to get into inherited IRAs.
Well, let's not leave that one. If you're still working, though.
Oh, I meant to say that. If
I
you're
knew
still
you did.
working and you're not more than a 5% owner of the company, you don't have to take a mandatory distribution from that employer's 401k.
Right.
Now, if you have a 401k from a previous employer, yep, you got to do it. But if you're still working the current employer 401k, you can let it ride. If you have an inherited IRA, RMDs must begin no later than December 31st in the year after death of the IRA owner. Now, while Roth IRA owners do not have to take RMDs, you do if you have an inherited Roth IRA.
Right.
And they must also begin no later than December 31st in the year after death of the IRA owner. So we're coming up on the end of the year. So if you haven't had taken your RMD yet, and if you need to, I would suggest you get that out of there, especially before December 31st, because of that 50% penalty, which could be very costly. Let's say if you have to have a $20,000 distribution, well, that could cost you an extra $10,000.
Right. Plus the taxes.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's pretty hefty.
Right.
So
pay attention.
Absolutely. And I want to talk a little bit about immediate annuities because some people like an immediate annuities. And what that means is you're handing over some money to a life insurance company, and in turn, they're going to give you an income for life or however you get that scheduled. So if you take some of your IRA monies and you buy an immediate annuity with them, will that income that you are provided from the insurance company the following year go towards your RMD? Well, yes and no. So let's say you had an IRA in 2017, which had a value as of 12/31/17. And in 2018, with some of those proceeds, you bought an immediate annuity. Yes. So that income you're getting from that immediate annuity in 2018 can go to the 2018 mandatory distribution.
Right.
Thereafter, it can't because there's not a value on an immediate annuity. You've basically handed your money to the insurance company and they're paying you an income. So there's nothing to calculate an RMD on.
Right.
So that's how that works.
All right.
Anything else, Joe, on that?
No, I think you covered it. The important thing is, and one way to defer the taxes and all that stuff is if you're still working and have the 401k, and where you're not more than a 5% stockholder, is roll all of those accounts into your company plan.
If it allows, absolutely.
Yes, that's correct. It's a way to continue the tax deferral. We've got a couple of calls I see, Kyle, so let's line them up.
We do. If you want to get to the phone lines, it's 844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. Teresa in Winter Garden is up first this morning. Go ahead, Teresa. You're on with the Certified Financial Group.
Good morning, Teresa.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. What's up?
Well, my question is, I'm about to retire in 5 years. I have a 457B.
Okay.
And seeing the market, how is going up and down, and more than down than up. Is it recommended can I transfer my 457B like in someplace else?
Perhaps. It depends on the particular plan and the particulars of that plan. In some cases, the plan allows that, and other times it doesn't. But let's talk about what you just said. You said it's going more down than up. Teresa, I want to tell you, long term, it's more up than down. The problem is when it's going down, you feel it, you're paying attention to it, it's on the news, the market's down, and you look at your statement, oh my gosh. When it's going up, the good news is never broadcast. It's never, you don't hear the market's up, big amount today. Generally, you don't hear that. So what you're feeling is the emotion of the current market decline. I want to tell you, long-term, the markets are up, but short-term, you're going to have these fluctuations. What you don't want to do is make the mistake that virtually every poor investor makes, and that's getting out at the wrong time and going to something what they perceive safe, and then finding out 15 years later they're running out of money because they never let their money grow. And that's a mistake. Now, to answer your question specifically, you may have an opportunity to take that money out, but you want to be careful as to what you do with it.
That's a good point. And what Joe means by taking money out, it's referred to as an in-service distribution. So if the plan document, allows for it.
Right. What you want to do is the in-service distribution is roll that to an IRA. You don't want to take it out and pay taxes on it because that'll really kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Teresa?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, thank you.
You're quite welcome, and thank you for the call.
Have a great day.
All right, Teresa, thanks so much for the call. If you want Teresa's line, it's 844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. Let's go to Joe in Kissimmee. Joe, you're on with the Certified Financial Group.
Good morning, Joe. What's up?
Oh, good morning. I have a question about I bought a new home 2 or 3 years ago, and talking about refinancing it, and some of these companies that calling you about what they can offer as refinancing. Are they legitimate? Because one of them offered the loan at 3% interest for the 15-year loan.
Yeah, they may be legitimate. What you want to be careful of, though, is you're dealing with a company when they start asking you personal information, like your Social Security number.
Yeah, I refuse to give them the Social Security number on the phone anyway. You know what I mean?
Yes, I understand, and that's a challenge.
But then he said that
Yeah.
he couldn't check my
your credit
rating without my Social Security number.
I understand, and that's a challenge that you have of trying to do business over the telephone. They could very well be legitimate. I can't say that they all are, but the risk that you have, right, Denise, is giving that personal information over the telephone, and then you never know what happens to it.
Well,
Yeah,
if you're
because
looking for a refi, Joe, we at the office, we know people that have worked with clients in the past. They're more like mortgage consultants. They're not trying to broker a deal and sell you a deal. They want to get to know your situation and work with you to find the best appropriate loan. So you might want to give us a call, me specifically, and I'd be happy to give you a name of somebody that's been treating my clients very well over the years.
What's your name then?
My name is Denise Kovach.
Denise,
And
yeah. I'll call him next week someday.
Yeah, please feel free to do that, and I'll put you in touch with
And
this
our
person.
number is
407-869-9800. Did you get that, Joe?
Yeah, this mortgage at 3, but it's a 15-year mortgage, but it's about 2 years paid off on it. But they put me back to 15 years again. So in other words, he showed me my payment would be much less per month than what I'm paying now. But I'd be starting a new 15-year term.
That's true.
Sure.
That's true. Yep. So you have to weigh the cash flow versus paying off the mortgage over 13 years instead of 15.
Denise, give out the number one more time.
It's 407-869-9800 or 1-800-EXECUTE.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thanks so
Thanks,
much, Joe. We
Thanks, Joe.
appreciate it. If you want Joe's line, it's 844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. Got a quick text question here at 21232. Should I deposit a $10,000 bonus into my 401k before the 31st of December? My HSA is maxed.
Well, you can't deposit it in your 401k. It has to come out of your paycheck. So you now have $10,000 in hand that to spend that your paycheck may be providing. So what you want to do is go to HR and tell them to hold your next 1, 2, 3, 4 paychecks between now and the end of the year and dump in as much as you can. So you can have your entire paycheck put in your 401k, but you cannot write a check to your 401k.
Gotcha. So just go in and make that contribution 100% for the next few paychecks and use that cash to pay yourself for the next couple weeks.
Bingo, Kyle, you got it.
Boom. Just
That's
like
it.
that. Again, text question in at 21232. We will continue to play it tomorrow.
Today.
The Certified Financial Group right here on News 96.5 WDBL. Let's get the 3 big things you need to know.
Now,
At 21232. Not
Kyle?
only on the radio, we're all okay. Go ahead, Joe.
You maybe want to do what you're just
No,
about
go
to
ahead,
do.
go ahead, go
you're
ahead.
just about to do.
No,
No, you got it.
Oh, okay. And if you want to watch us, you can see us on Facebook Live. Just go to facebook.com, put Certified Financial Group into the search bar, and you'll see the live video pop up, and you can see Denise and Joe's wonderful smiling faces this morning, as well as leave a comment or a question there or if you leave your question in the comment section, we'll ask it right there on the radio, right as we're doing the text questions at 21232. 5 minutes away from latest news, weather, and traffic, so let's get back to the phone lines here. Busy phone lines this morning. Kat in Orlando, you're up next.
Good morning, Kat.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. What's up?
I have an HSA, and after I signed up for it, I decided to retire, and I was told that I had Medicare retroactive to the beginning of the HSA. So now I have consequences on the HSA, and my question is, can I just move it into my checking account and pay tax on it?
You can, but I'm not sure you want to do that. Why would you do that?
Because I'm going to have to pay tax on it anyway.
No, you don't. The money
I
that's
don't?
no. Let's refresh your memory and our listeners' memories on what an HSA is. An HSA is a tremendous way to save money for the future, for retirement, and or to pay your medical expenses. HSA stands for Health Savings Accounts, and it's used by people that have a high deductible medical plan, which is probably what you have, right? Okay. So a single person could put $3,450 in, a married couple, $6,900 a year. You get a tax deduction, number one. Number two, the money that goes in there grows without being taxed. Number three, when you take it out to pay medical bills, it comes out totally tax-free. Okay? So somewhere
Right.
along your future life, chances are you're going to have some medical bills that aren't covered, whether they're dental, whether they're eyeglasses, whether it's a routine exam, prescriptions. You can use that money and not pay taxes on it. If you take it out now, and if you're under 65, you'll not only have to pay taxes plus a 20% penalty. So, Kat, I wouldn't run on cash it in unless you really need the money.
Well, see, okay, I'm over 65, and I have Medicare, and I have Medicare retroactive to the beginning of the HSA.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
cannot have both at the same
Of
time as
course.
what they told me.
Oh,
She's talking about the contribution
Yes,
to that.
yeah, that's,
She
yeah,
needs
that's
to,
correct.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Denise.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Kat, you're correct. If you over contributed because of your, being part of Medicare now, you're very right that you cannot make contributions any longer to your HSA. So, if you did so when you were on Medicare, then you've over contributed. So that needs to be reversed.
Okay, so I need to take everything that's in the HSA because the Medicare goes retroactive.
No, just what you
No.
contributed to this year, not everything.
Right.
Once you're eligible for Medicare, you can no longer contribute to an HSA.
So did you contribute? Go ahead, Kat.
Okay. Once I was eligible for Medicare, anything contributed to the HSA is no longer protected from tax. Is that correct?
Well, define eligible. Were you on Medicare or just eligible for it?
Well, see, I signed up for Social Security, so they said I would have Medicare retroactively 6 months from when I signed up.
And when did you
And
sign
that
up?
was when I signed up in June, and the HSA started in January.
Okay, so that was you hadn't put money into an HSA before that? So you have nothing in the HSA except what you put in this year?
Exactly.
Okay. Take the
Now
money
we're
out of the HSA, and you don't have anything to worry about.
So just put it in my checking account, pay tax on it in April, and I'm good to go.
Well, you shouldn't have much tax, if any, to pay, except maybe a little bit of gains. But you're not going to pay taxes on the money that you take out because you take a tax deduction for it, right? Or did it come out of your paycheck?
It came out of my paycheck.
Okay.
Yeah, then she does.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Then you'll have to pay taxes on it, but it's no big deal.
But I can still use that money for, well, I can, yeah, it's regular money now.
Yes,
It's no longer an HSA.
It's your money to use for anything. That's correct.
Excellent. Okay. Well, I appreciate your help. Thank you.
All right, Kat, you're quite welcome.
All right, Kat,
Yeah.
thanks so much.
An HSA is a very tax efficient way to pay some of your medical costs. And the other thing I was alluding to is what we recommend for our clients is that you maximize your contribution to your ASA and you don't use it. And what you want to do is have the money invested. There's HSA plans out there that'll give you 1 or 2%, and those are a waste of time. There are HSA plans that will allow you to invest it in mutual funds for long-term growth, and you just let that money compound and grow over your working lifetime. And then when you retire, then you have that money in that plan, and what you want to do during your working years is save all the receipts that you didn't pay for with the HSA, and then you can make withdrawals out of your HSA totally tax-free.
Okay.
So that's how you do it.
We'll get that get some more of that on the other side. All right, if you want to call in, it's 844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. Or you can text us your question to 21232. That is 21232. We are planning tomorrow.
Today.
The Certified Financial Group right here on News 96.5 WDBO. And welcome back. This is On the Money with the Certified Financial Group right here on News 96.5 WDBO. We are taking your phone calls here with the Oracle of Orlando, Joe Burt, alongside Denise Kovach, certified planning professionals at the Certified Financial Group. All you got to do is give us a call, 844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. Joe, for anybody that may have joined us during the latest news, weather, and traffic, just remind everybody what they can call you about today.
Well, Denise and I are here to answer the questions that might be on your mind regarding your personal finances. As we say, we go through life trying some of this, trying some of that, and we wake up at age 55, look across the kitchen table to Loretta and say, Loretta, honey, the paychecks are going to stop one of these days, and we got to look at where the money's going to be coming from. And that's what Denise and I and the 10 other certified financial professionals do with Certified Financial Group every day, week in and week out. And we do financial planning for a fee. We show you the roadmap, what you need to do now so you don't look back 5 or 10 years from now and say, gee, I wish I would have known, or gee, I'm sorry I did that. And that's what we do. And we charge a fee, as I said, but on Saturday morning, Denise and I are here absolutely free. So if you have any questions regarding your personal finances, whatever they might be, the good news for you is we have a couple of lines open. All you have to do is dial these magic numbers.
Oh, 844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. We also have the text machine up and running as well at 21232. That's 21232. And, of course, we are on Facebook Live. So if you want to drop your question in the comments section, we'll check that out as well. A couple of text questions in at 21232 here. Let's get to them because we always seem to forget about them. When, if ever, should I convert a traditional IRA to a Roth? I have about $400K in a traditional.
Well, that depends on your tax bracket and where that is. You could obviously wouldn't want to take a full lump sum and convert it to a Roth IRA. You'd like to be a little bit more strategic and perhaps on a yearly basis. Look at the environment and see how much you can contribute. That won't pop you up into a higher tax bracket. So that would be a way that you could do that. But as Joe and I think most of the planners at the office kind of think that while Roth IRAs seem very, very good in today's law, perhaps maybe down the road, are they going to be the same, or are distributions going to be means tested? So if you make too much money, then your earnings that you withdraw are going to be now taxable. Things can change in the future. And our thing is maybe take advantage of today's tax law. But again, Roth IRAs can be a good thing. And if you do want to convert, you want to do it slowly over time.
If you're thinking about doing a conversion, I would suggest you go on the internet. The article that I wrote for Kiplinger some time ago, it's entitled Roth, a Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. Roth, a Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. And I'll talk about the potential pitfalls of making that conversion. You may find it quite interesting.
Okay. All right. 21232 is a text line. Is the use of a qualified immediate annuity contract make sense to the generally high cost to defer the RMD for folks in the 25% bracket?
I'm not quite sure what he means here. Let's
high cost.
Let's talk about the deferred immediate annuity.
Okay.
Using an immediate annuity due to the generally high cost to defer the RMD. I'm not sure what he means.
I don't either. We've read that already about 3 times.
Yes,
and
I'm
we're
not quite sure what he means.
All right, Texter, try again.
Yeah.
If you might want to, this might be one you want to call in here.
We'd be glad to answer your question.
Yes, so you can maybe you're referring to something incorrectly or whatever. That might be the good time to use the phone on that one. 844-220-0965. Another texter writes in 15-year mortgage, $50K, $770 per month payment. Best amount to add to pay off sooner. Not sure what the
absolutely.
texter writes.
I think what he means is, okay, he's going to have a $770 per month payment. And if you do make principal payments along with that, over time, you're greatly going to reduce your mortgage. So, yeah, if you've got the discretionary income to do it and no other debt, so to speak, and you're maxing out your retirement accounts, it might be very appropriate.
Right. Don't do that. And jeopardize what you can put in your 401k or IRA.
Very important.
Yes, because what you're doing is you're building up equity in your home, and then you retire, and you find out that you're short on your retirement funds, and you can't go to the kitchen sink, turn on the faucet, and get what we call cash flow. It's not going to flow out of the faucet. So you've got all that equity built up in your home, and you have nothing to live on. So you want to be careful that you don't get carried away. If you have money after you've maxed out your contribution, your retirement accounts, then it might make sense to pay down that mortgage.
Okay. All right. 21232 is the text line, and the phone number, 844-220-0965. Adam in DeLand has a question for you. Adam, go ahead. You're on the Certified Financial Group.
Adam, what's up?
Hey, I just had a question, actually, about what you were just talking about with maxing out your HSA, and then during your working life, you invest that and don't use it, but save your receipts from all of your medical expenses and then start claiming them later after your working life.
Yep.
I understood that correctly, right?
You've got it. So it's a great,
The question is there's HSA eligible items, and I know that they change periodically. Now when you take your receipts and use them at the end, are you going to be penalized? Because what if you bought something that was HSA eligible before and now it's not?
No, I would think, I don't know the answer to that or how that will be treated, but I would suspect is when you incur that receipt and it was eligible for payment that you didn't use it, as long as you have the date on that receipt, which you generally do, you're going to be okay.
Oh, okay. Well, great. Thank you.
All right, Adam. Thank you for the call.
All right, just like that. Thank you so much, Adam. 844-220-0965. Let's go to Rusty in Orlando. Rusty, you're up next for the Certified Financial Group.
Morning, Rusty.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
What's up?
I have a question concerning credit.
Okay.
I'm looking at my credit score, and I have a few my credit report, and have a few things that are going to be going off my credit within the next year or so.
Okay.
And I really don't want to wait until then. And what I have left as far as outstanding isn't that much. It's like less than $1,000.
Okay.
And just wondered if I should pay those in full, or is it worth calling the creditors and trying to get a better deal or a reduced amount? If I do it that way, is it going to make a difference
Rusty,
in my credit score?
Are you delinquent in the payments?
They are past things that have been on my credit for 6 years.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that after 7 years they're going to go away. But I'm looking to maybe buy a house within the next year.
Okay.
So I want to get those taken care of. I don't want to wait until then and then start working on building credit again.
Sure.
So is it going to make a difference in my credit score if I pay them in full, or if I call the creditors and try and negotiate a lower amount?
Well, what does your gut tell you?
I should pay them in full.
I think you answered your question.
Good answer.
I think you answered your question. So anytime you're because that's going to go on your score that you didn't pay off that debt. So there's your answer.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
Rusty.
you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
I don't think we gave him the answer he wanted, but that's the correct answer. Yes.
Well, sometimes you just need somebody else to confirm what your gut
That's
tells you.
That's correct. That's why we're gut confirmers.
That's it.
That's us.
So good news.
All right.
All right, Donald and Eustis, you're up next. Donald, you're on with the Certified Financial Group.
Good morning, Donald. What's up?
Good morning. Thanks for taking my. I listen to you guys all the time. It's excellent. Excellent.
Thank you for calling, and thank you for telling us that.
All right. I'm 65 in July. I turned 65 in July. My wife is 67. She's been drawing Social Security already.
Okay.
I filed for Social Security at 65 in July. They told me I would get a payment in August. Then they called me. I went back down there, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they told me no, it wouldn't be till September because I made too much money the month I retired in July. So I would start getting it till September instead of August.
Okay.
Okay, I've gotten 3 checks. I just got a letter from them saying now they're taking it all back because I made too much money this year. Now, I don't understand that. I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Well, you're penalized. And the year you turn 65, you give up $1 for every 3 that you earn over the threshold amount. So,
exactly. I understand that. But here's this and the same thing, which a special rule that applies to earnings in 1 year. Sometimes people who retire mid-year have already earned more.
Right. And then they take it by the month. I can't speak to the calculations that they did for you, Donald.
Okay, well, it says under this rule, you can receive full Social Security payment for any whole month you retire, regardless of your yearly earnings. This year, a person under full retirement age, that's me under full retirement age, I'm only 65, is considered retired if he works for wages and earns $3,900 or less in a month. All right. Since I retired, I don't make no money. I haven't worked at all. I told them I made $34,000 when I went down there. They got the paperwork and everything. They still give it to me. I mean, because I worked till July and I made $34,000, I thought, they went ahead and gave me Social Security this year. Right. Next year, I'm not allowed to make over 17.
Right.
This is
actually, next year after you're 65, after your full retirement.
Right, you can make as much as you want once you turn your full retirement age, which is 66 and maybe a month.
Okay, well, I retired a year early because at 65, because I get on Medicare then. I get on Medicare and worked all the way up to 65.
Right.
Hell, I would have went on working the rest of this year and made another $20,000, but they told me I'd get Social Security.
What you
And
made,
according to this letter right here, it says, yeah, I'm under that 1 year thing. It says right here, people who retire mid-year that have already earned more than the yearly earnings limit before they retire may retire.
and get
So
your,
I don't understand it. And
you
I
get your
thought I
benefit.
heard and read.
and it's going to be
Pardon?
slightly reduced because you're not full retirement age. I would make an appointment with somebody, maybe with their manager, and go back in. And
I'm going to go down there Monday, but I was just trying to clarify it first because I thought I'd read it and heard it before that the year that you retire does not count against the full retirement thing. You know that they got a limit how much you're allowed to make.
The thing is, let's say you made $100,000 in February and you retired in March. Okay, if you made $200 in March, then you blew yourself out of not 200, but whatever the amount is. So what I would do is I would just make an appointment, go back in there, take what you've got in your hands. And and if you still have an issue, feel free to give us a call at the office.
How were you advised that they're going to delay your Social Security payment? By letter?
Yes, sir. I got a letter here.
And
and my wife, because my wife, I was going to basically draw $2,000. My wife didn't work as much; she only drew $7,000, so hers was getting bumped up to $1,000. So that's another $300. And I started taking my Social Security. I mean, like I said, I went out in July, made $34,000.
Right. I
started getting Social Security in September 2000, and then hers went up to $1,300. They want the whole thing back, so we made too much money this year. Well, what happens when people retire? I mean, I'm not rich. I only make $50,000 a year. It's $1,000 a week. So therefore, I can't retire in July. I got to wait. I might as well work the whole damn year.
Something doesn't make sense there.
Not at all.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
No. Like Denise says,
I made $34,000. I showed them that I took my stuff that you're supposed to take. You know, like my last paycheck.
Right.
Showed it to them and everything. And my wife, you know, she's already 67, so there's no problem there.
Right.
But I showed them my last paycheck, and the guy said, "Okay, you're good to go now. You're not making no more money." I said, "No, after August, I'm not making no more. I have a pension that's $476 from Crown."
Yeah, the pension.
He said, "That's nothing. That ain't nothing. Don't worry about that." He said, "As long as you know." And then here I get this letter from them. It's like they're not in agreement with stuff.
Right.
Well, another thing you might think about, Don, is basically you were born in 1953. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you qualify for a restricted application, which if you were born before January 1, 1954, that you could take half of your spouse's benefits and allow yours to continue to grow until you're age 70, which is, between.
I'm aware of that, but half her benefits, she only makes $700. So,
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
So that's why, and that's another reason why I worked as long as I possibly could, so it would bump hers up, which it did.
Good.
But I was by understanding that the year you retire, they don't count your yearly. They don't count that money against you drawing Social Security the year that you retire, because a lot of people, like in my predicament, suppose somebody retired that made $17,000 in June or whatever. Well, he gets his retirement the rest of the year. I made 34. I retired in July. I'm not entitled to no Social Security the rest of this year.
Something doesn't sound right here, Donald.
Yeah.
Social Security has been known to make mistakes.
Yeah, I think they've made one, but I'm not sure.
All right.
So what's his next step if I think Social Security's made a mistake?
It's just exactly what he's going to do down there. Go down and talk to the supervisor.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Donald, we're curious as to how this plays out. So let us know what they tell you when you go down to see him next week. We appreciate it.
Okay. All right. I will then.
All right. Good luck.
Thanks so
you.
much, Donald. If you want Donald's line, it's 844-220-0965. We are planning tomorrow.
Today.
The Certified Financial Group. We'll be right back.
Now,
on the money with the Certified Financial Group right here on News 96.5 WDBO. It is your last chance to get your question answered at 844-220-0965, as we only have 3 minutes left to the latest news, weather, and traffic. So let's get right to Walter in Orlando. Walter, you're on the Certified Financial Group.
Walter.
Good morning. Good
Morning.
morning,
What's
ladies
up?
and gentlemen.
What's up?
I sent in that text about paying off that mortgage,
Okay.
the 15-year.
Sure.
My question was, is there a formula to what kind of money to add to pay or that quick or whatever.
What you want to know, I think what you're asking is how quickly will your mortgage be paid off if you add another 100, 200, 150?
There you go.
Okay. Yes, there is. Well, there is a formula. That's the good news. The better news is we can do it on a calculator for you, but we need to know some of the particulars. And if you want to call the office on Monday, I'll be glad to do the calculation for you. It's just a mortgage amortization. We can plug in the what if scenarios, and it's very simple.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Greatly appreciated.
Sure.
Thank you,
Let me give you the phone number. It's 407-869-9800 or 1-800-EXECUTE. And Kyle, we've never talked about the upcoming workshops that Gary Abley will be hosting. I think we have a few minutes here.
Yes, I was gonna that's why I left off the
I understand.
last 2 minutes to talk about it. So you beat me to it today.
Planning today.
That's it. We're planning today right now. Go ahead.
Actually, the next workshop that I see here is coming up on January 19th. 2019. Can you believe we're already there? That's crazy.
What's the topic?
And the topic is financial basics for life, strategies for success. So for those of you that are interested in gaining a better understanding of investment basics, effects of compound interest on savings and debt, inflation, retirement planning, and I can go on, then this is going to be something you want to sit in on.
This is the kind of stuff they ought to teach you in school to get some basic fundamental stuff. And it's applicable for all ages. We've had teenagers come in. We've had seniors come in. Stuff that you wish you would have known. And this is great. Gary is a CPA as well as a certified financial planner. And he does a tremendous job. He's a frustrated school teacher. It's absolutely free, right, Denise?
I like that. That's very good.
What's the date again?
It is January 19th. It's a Saturday. It's going to be from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
So it's absolutely free. Go to our website. That's financialgroup.com, financialgroup.com. You can make your reservation right there. And we have accommodations for 25 or 30 people in our classroom with state-of-the-art audio-visual equipment, and he's going to serve some light refreshments. And there's absolutely no obligation. Leave your checkbook at home.
All right. That's going to do it for this week's edition of On the Money. We have been planning tomorrow.
Today.
Certified Financial Group will be back next Saturday, 9 a.m. right here on News 96.5 WDBO.
This is News 96.5
WDBO,
where Orlando turns first for breaking news.